They have a history of grossly distorting the truth, as newspapers across the country have pointed out. Their singular goal is to shut Planned Parenthood down. We will not be shut down. Last year alone, over 20,000 Rhode Island residents received low-cost health care funded by Title X at Planned Parenthood and other community health centers across the state. These are the services that our doctors and our nurses provide every single day at our health center right here. Every dollar invested in family planning saves $4 at other public funds.
I am proud to proclaim this morning that I stand with Planned Parenthood. I stand with Planned Parenthood with other people of faith because they have a commitment to women's rights, to reproductive health, and to fundamental justice and equality for women.
Planned Parenthood provides preventative health care, and that represents 90% of its work.
I work at Planned Parenthood because I am dedicated to meeting the healthcare needs of women of all ages. That is what my colleagues and I do each and every day.
I am one of millions of women living without health insurance. And the thought of even going to a dentist or to the eye doctor seems far too expensive and out of reach. But I actually have had the ability to have access to preventive health care because of Planned Parenthood. For years, Planned Parenthood has really been my primary care provider, and to this day, I continue to use them because of the compassionate and affordable care I receive, and I will continue to use them when I do get health insurance.
So now I'm going to ask you to pull out your cell phones and text your support. Text I stand with Planned Parenthood to 69866. Once again, text your support.
Earlier, right now, our opposition is actually on their way in their own bus to Congressman David Cicilline's office to attempt to shame him for what he said on the floor in support of Planned Parenthood.
Well, I'm Marilyn Musgrave with Susan B. Anthony List, and we are on a Women Speak Out tour. And we want Washington to hear from pro-life people around this country how we feel about funding an organization that's a $1 billion organization, $360 million a year of taxpayers' money, 332,278. That's the number of abortions in 2009. So have y'all seen the videos? Have y'all seen them? ExposePlannedParenthood.com. Take a look for yourself. So there is moral outrage along with that fiscal crisis. So Washington needs to respond.
That's why we're out here today speaking out and saying it's time to defund Planned Parenthood. It's time to put an end to federal funding for Planned Parenthood. The greatest human rights abuse that our country faces today is the killing of that innocent unborn child, because that child is the weakest member of society, the most defenseless member of society. People across the country are saying enough is enough. We need to protect our unborn children, and we need to protect our young girls and our women. Thank you so much.
I'm here today because I'm a woman and because I'm a mother. I've been a woman since I was conceived in my mother's body, and I've been a mother since my first child, my daughter, was conceived in my body. And this is what Planned Parenthood does. Denies the unique humanity of the child in the womb, and denies the humanity of the mother, the motherhood of that woman. That's not health care. That's not choice. In Rhode Island, Planned Parenthood is not pro-woman or pro-choice. They have been in the forefront of opposing common sense informed consent legislation like the Women's Right to Know bill.
Planned Parenthood claims that if they stop receiving federal funding, there will be no place for women to receive low-cost STD testing, clinic care, Pap smears, cancer screening. The big pink bus is covered with all the statistics on those things. But I'm here to tell you that in the state of Rhode Island alone, this tiny little state, there are at least 16 other organizations that offer those things free or on a sliding scale. And for me, the most offensive myth that is propagated out there by Planned Parenthood is that those of us that stand up for life are somehow not compassionate to women. And I can tell you that there is nothing less compassionate than abortion. If you want to be compassionate towards women, you will ask your congressmen and your senators to defund Planned Parenthood now.